Yeah, two gringos on the Gulf, just us and the tide slow pull, chasing the horizon, feeling that freedom to the full. Yeah, it's two gringos on the Gulf where the salty breeze blows free, casting lines and making memories, wild and happy as can be.
All right, chicos, welcome to the Island of Paradise. Today, we are going to take you on a 4K walking tour in one of the most beautiful islands in the Mexican Caribbean, Isla Mujeres. Now, the island is located just 13 kilometers off the coast of Cancun. This tiny island is only about 7 kilometers long, 650 meters wide, but it is packed with vibrant history, stunning beaches, and incredible energy. As you've seen from our previous videos, the beaches are absolutely beautiful. All right, vamonos, let's go. Oh, and we're here with our dear friends, Wayne and Lynn. Now, Lynn is our instructor for aqua fitness, and Wayne is the mayor of the community. All right, vamonos, let's go see what the island is all about, my friends. Now we're starting the walking tour here right from the beach as we head towards the ferry terminal. Let's go see what we can see in this beautiful island.
Walking tour with two gringos on the Gulf, hallowed ground where Ixchel smiled, secrets of a bygone time, pirate ships in azure coves, turquoise water, sands of white, Isla Mujeres, feel the peace.
As we walk through the tourist zone, you'll notice how lively and colorful everything is. But before it was a tourist hotspot, Isla Mujeres had a very sacred past.
Over 1,000 years ago, this island was a sanctuary for the ancient Maya. They dedicated it to Ixchel, the Mayan goddess of medicine, fertility, the moon, and weaving. Mayan women would make a pilgrimage here to seek her blessings for safe childbirth. Fast forward to the year 1517. Francisco Hernández de Córdoba, a Spanish conquistador, became the first European to arrive here. When he landed, he didn't find many people, but he found something else. Dozens of clay statues shaped like women, left as offerings to the goddess Ixchel. Because of all these female statues, the Spaniards named the place Isla de las Mujeres, which translates to Island of the Women. Eventually, it was shortened to just Isla Mujeres. But the history doesn't stop with the Maya and the Spaniards. During the 17th and 18th centuries, the island became a famous hideout for pirates. Famous pirates like Fermín Mundaka and Jean Lafitte used the island's strategic location to hide from authorities and store their stolen treasures. Mundaka actually built a huge hacienda here, which you can still visit on the south end of the island. After the pirate era faded, a small fishing village was officially established here in 1850. For over a century, fishing was the lifeblood of the island. It wasn't until the 1970s, when Cancun was developed, that travelers began discovering the untouched beauty of Isla Mujeres. What makes Playa Norte so special is that the water is incredibly calm, shallow, and clear. It literally looks like a giant swimming pool. Because it faces north, you get these breathtaking views where the sky meets the Caribbean Sea. It's the perfect place to grab a fresh coconut, sit under a palm tree, and just watch the boats go by. Whether you come here for the ancient Mayan history, the pirate legends, or just to relax on these world-class beaches, Isla Mujeres has a magic that is hard to find anywhere else. Before Isla Mujeres became a global vacation destination, it was a quiet, isolated fishing village. In the mid-20th century, the island's economy and daily rhythm revolved entirely around the sea, long before the ferry docks brought crowds of tourists. Fishermen relied on small, open wooden skiffs and simple sail-powered or early motorized boats. They were launched right off the sand, as seen in the image, long before modern concrete marinas were built. The local economy was built on sea turtle harvesting, which was a massive legal industry on the island until conservation laws changed in the late 20th century, shark fishing, and capturing spewany lobster using traditional wooden traps. In the 1940s and 50s, local fishermen organized into powerful cooperatives like the Cooperativa Caribe to consolidate their catches, manage prices, and ship their products over to the mainland or up to Cuba and the United States.
Oh, nice little shade, eh? Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Isla Bueno. No, no bueno. Yeah, no bueno. Morelos. Yeah. Don't set, buddy.
Before the massive passenger ferries began running regular routes from Puerto Juarez and Cancun, reaching the island meant catching a ride on a small local supply boat or a fisherman's vessel. Town Center was entirely dirt and sand roads. The buildings visible along the shoreline were simple wood, palm thatch, or early masonry structures used primarily for storing fishing gear or housing the local maritime families. In this era, the island population was under a few thousand people. Days were dictated entirely by the weather, the tides, and the arrival of supply boats bringing fresh water and goods from the mainland.
Yeah, we figure out which one you are. We had that right outside our balcony in Veracruz in Jalapa. Big rat's nest of wires right outside our balcony on the second floor. Crazy.
The town center layout of yesterday's sand roads and open space, the bustling paved pedestrian corridors of today, like Avenida Hidalgo, were completely unpaved sand tracks. The town layout was simple, designed to withstand the coastal winds and provide a direct path from the residential areas down to the fishing shores. Traditional island architecture, the homes lining the street show the classic mid-century construction style of the region, simple, single-story concrete or masonry structures with angled roofs. They were built strictly for utility, providing shelter for the local families whose lives depended entirely on the sea. The Windmill landmark. Visible in the background is a traditional multi-blade water-pumping windmill. Before the island was connected to the mainland via underwater pipes and modern electricity grids, these windmills were essential infrastructure used to pump fresh water from shallow underground lenses or brackish wells. The old water-pumping windmills, often referred to locally as molinos de viento, are some of the most fascinating and overlooked relics of mid-century infrastructure in the Yucatan Peninsula and the Mexican Caribbean. While the historic photograph captures one standing tall at the edge of the downtown sand roads, these windmills have entirely vanished from the modern landscape of Isla Mujeres. The transformation of Isla Mujeres from an isolated fishing village into a tourism destination didn't happen overnight. Rather, it evolved through two distinct waves. The initial seed was planted by adventurous travelers in the 1950s, but it officially became a mainstream international tourism hotspot in the mid to late 1970s as a direct result of the massive development of Cancun on the mainland. Phase 1. The 1950s and 1960s, the off-the-grid pioneer era. Long before there were large passenger ferries or hotels, Isla Mujeres attracted a steady trickle of bohemian travelers, artists, and divers seeking a completely uncommercialized Caribbean escape.
¿Verdad que sí? Si no viene la ola, pues ¿dónde va la ola? Me encanta esto. Me encanta el flow. Me gusta. Hola. Hola. Salud. 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 Qué rico, ¿eh? Muy rico. Qué rico. Tamales calientos.
Actually, I'm not sure. I might even have it. I can't remember.
I know, who's got it?
I can't remember. Do I have it or
Wait till
does
the
she?
boss tells you.
Yeah. Do I have the ticket or do you have your own ticket? Or you got them both? Okay. Then I have my own. I better dig for it then.
Put it in the front pocket.
Yeah. I thought I did. Gracias. Good timing. Perfect. Good timing.
Which one's Port of Juarez?
Hey, either. They're all going to the same place. Yeah. Either one. This one right here. Yeah, they're all going to Cancun. Yeah, but you don't want to get up there. You can't go take a cab back there. Got it. Party time. All right, chicos. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this 4K little walking tour with two gringos on the Gulf. God bless everybody out there. Peace on earth. And remember, as always, be kind to one another. Adios. Hasta luego. Dios te bendiga.